Somewhere to pass. Oh no, you can't. Oh, they dropped them. Stop. Robert. Oh, they're also charging the same thing.
Showtime pay-per-view. Now, if he's able to beat him and make it a 49-0 mark, that will be a huge story, not just for Boston, but for sports in general, because you don't see records like this ever. And to see somebody can withstand the test of time like Floyd has, overcome lots of adversity. We know out of the ring, he's kind of a jerk, but inside the ring, he is a really, really, really good fighter, and to see him pull this off, it's pretty cool to actually be here. Kind of bittersweet at the same time, because I don't want to see anybody take down or even tie Rocky Marciano's record, but you know, he deserves it. He's the highest paid athlete in the world, and he only fights.
His last fight made more money than the last Super Bowl, so that says a lot about why this story is so damn
Now, way back when, during her 10-year exile. Let you squeeze your.
We all know the big name, Floyd Mayweather. He helps put this on with Mayweather Promotions. He fights under the umbrella of Floyd Mayweather. What's that been like for his career, and how has that propelled him to where he is now?
Peleando en una cartelera como Floyd Mayweather en esta pelea contra Anticristo, ¿cómo te sientes con eso?
Me siento muy bien, estoy contento también en incluir en esta mega cartelera de Floyd Mayweather, un peleador que es el mejor libra por libra del momento, y estoy agradecido con Mayweather Promotion y con Choi-Chan por haberme incluido aquí en esta mega cartelera.
I'm extremely thankful to Mayweather Promotions. I'm extremely thankful to Showtime. Being able to fight in a card of this magnitude is something that I'm overjoyed in, and it's an honor, and I'm really looking forward to Saturday.
So, there's bad blood. Everybody knows there's bad blood between you
I'm not going to tell you this.
and Robert Garcia and John Glover. Have you run into them? Have you been in Vegas? Are you trying to avoid it? Or what's happening?
Durante la semana.
Sí, lo he visto, lo he peleado 3 o 4 ocasiones. Es un peleador tranquilo, verdón, y no es como...
Broke down. He stopped.
I wish he was here for the last winter when we had all the snow. He would have loved that. The snow was bigger than him. He's a small fellow. Orlando's too little. Kind of a small fellow, 5'6". He's 5'6". John, they prefer petite. He's a small fella. Doesn't he look like a tomato can? I mean, they're so small. It's like, yeah, I could take that guy. But you know, he just bunk you off.
Sweaty foul, it was like, oh boy.
He gives you the impression like if you hit him as hard as you could, it's nothing will happen.
I like the stories about how they see each other in the hallway. They're like, trying to snap. I love that. We have 15 cents. Definitely on the outside. Now, John, this is something to do a contact station. The only one on Radio Road, right here.
Final clock.
Hospital John Dana is vowing to stop the Avon nuclear deal. In a briefing, he said it was far worse than that.
That's what he says. Democrats ignoring the bill for the American people and avoiding the judgment of history.
The House is also ready to approve a bill formally accusing President Obama of failing to disclose all information about the deal. Republicans are demanding information about side deals between Iran and the International Atomic Energy Agency. There was another suspected shooting on an Arizona highway. Officials are calling the recent road attacks domestic terrorism. More than 11 shootings have been reported on I-10 in the past 2 weeks. They're looking for more than one suspect. The U.S. will be taking in Syrian refugees. President Obama has directed the administration to accept at least 10,000 from the That's what we have for headlines. Welcome to Favorite Car Station from East Louis Car Center. West Contact Car Center. Instead with 110% price match guarantee for back to school. Something out of the road. And we'll match the price. We will 10% deal. So I'll get the lowest price on that one. Yes, make it. Commissioner Bill Bratton is offering an apology to former tennis star James Blake with his wrongful arrest outside a Midtown hotel. He said Blake resembled an identity theft suspect they had been looking for. Defense lawyers had filed a motion asking that proceedings be moved, but the judge said no. The six will be tried separately. Democratic presidential hopeful Hillary Clinton is making a push for raising the minimum wage. Campaigning in Ohio, she said a hike will help millions of workers who are struggling to make ends meet. She argued the government should be doing more to help middle-class families, and said the wealthiest should be forced to pay their fair share of taxes. She also pledged to defend Planned Parenthood from what she calls political partisan attacks. A big announcement could come tonight as Vice President Joe Biden is set to appear on CBS's The Late Show with Stephen Colbert. It has widely been speculated that the Vice President is considering a run for president, and the host is expected to press Biden on it. I'm Kelly Sloan, and you're listening to USA Headline News.
Everyone on Rosenthal, here's what's happening this afternoon. Cloudy, muggy, occasional rain developing in the 70s. Temperatures will tend to fall. And middle of the night, rain, heavy times cool to 55 to 50. Rain starting at 1.
No more children.
Drive home with
Boston's newest rush hour voice, Michelle McPhee. Weekdays 3 to 6 p.m. on 1510 WMEX. The conversation starts here.
Eleanor, the 1.5. Hi, everybody.
1510 WMEX, and it's 5 o'clock. Do you know what time it is? It is time for the Michelle McPhee Meltdown.
Outrage of the day.
Angry emails and texts from some Boston police officers, firefighters, and veterans who say, my kids go to Boston public schools, they do nothing. Zero to commemorate 9/11. They don't have a moment of silence for the times that their towers fell. They don't observe any of the victims that were from right here in Massachusetts. And it's astonishing to me, considering that the two planes that were used as human-filled bombs that went into those towers, I live on Terminal East, so it's right out there. John Beaker is on my side gratefully because we have all this excitement with boxing going on. But first, I just have to rip a little bit because I asked the Boston Public Schools news spokesperson, Richard Weir, that guy works for the Massachusetts Hearing News, the East Central Boston Herald. Richard Weir is one of the spokesperson for the Boston. Of 9/11 at all in the Boston Public Schools.
No.
Someone in the third grade, someone in the fifth grade. Other parents have reached out to me saying, so this is the response I got from Rich Weir, who's the news spokesman, and he said, there's been no official policy in recent years. What? No official policy
Seriously?
in recent years?
In other words, we're supposed to be applying
What do you think about
What? Are you serious? Are you stinking serious?
So you don't do with 846 for the 2/3 of the school that are there at 846?
Right.
So you just blow it off?
Unbelievable.
Nothing?
How can they do that? Like you said, and everything originated here. The planes flew out of here.
There were so many victims from Massachusetts that it's astonishing. How many victims from 996 people were murdered in New York City alone? That's a huge bomb that took off. That's terrible last morning. And with those hijackers, many of whom, by the way, worked and lived in Boston.
And you're just going to say, we don't want to.
Why do we have a
These kids weren't born yet. What's the big deal? I mean, is this a part of American history? Is this a part of history? I mean, obviously a lot of lives they were affected by this. It affected everybody. And you say,
I don't want to use the word holiday, because holiday, but it's certainly, I mean, a very critical day in American history. And this was the largest, not just attack on American soil, but what we should be commemorating, if you don't want to say the terrorists win every time I mention it, which is nonsense. What we need to be talking about is the 343 New York City firefighters, 23 NYPD police officers, 37 Port Authority cops, who went into those buildings to pull off what is still considered the largest rescue in the history of the world, because the plan was to take out tens of thousands of people. Tens of thousands. And the death toll was still so sad that day. I mean, you had 3,000 people die, but that number would have been so much worse if it wasn't for the sacrifices of those heroes who absolutely deserve mention, and many of them from Boston. I mean, I think I've told the story so many times, and there's so many stories I've written to the New York Daily News. So many stories that will always forever be emblazoned in my mind, and one of them was about a fire company that among its members was a guy from West Roxbury named Jerry Dewan. Jerry Dewan, because of, civil service laws, couldn't get on the Boston Fire Department because, they have preference for minorities at that time, and civil service, he couldn't get on, so he went to New York. Jerry Dewan was among the men, and I've told the story so many times because it's an astonishing act of heroism, loyalty, and bravery, and it speaks so well to what we expect from the people here in Boston, and especially our emergency responders. They were carrying this woman down a flight. Now remember, the 110 floors. They're on the upper floors of one of the towers. They started carrying this injured woman in an office chair down the stairs. So that's the call over the radio, get out, because the first tower had come down. They were coming down the second tower, and none of them would leave. They wouldn't leave the injured woman, they wouldn't leave one another, and they all died, every one of them. And one of those guys was Jerry Dewan from West Roxbury. One of those stories.
Oh,
These are